Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Minecraft Preview 1.21.50.25. We're checking out the new resin blocks and the new flowers that were introduced into Minecraft. Alright, so right off the bat we got all of the classic blocks that you would normally see in stone brick variants. These are of course the resin blocks, the brand new orange brick textures added into the game, looking very cool, very orange. Kind of had to, make a video on this because let's be real. And this is what they all look like. I really like the one with the creaking head on it, similar to the nether bricks with the piglin snout, and a couple more blocks like that. I also really like just the raw block of resin. Kind of looks a little bit like bubble gum, or something along the lines of bubbles. It's very cool. The texture itself for the bricks, slab, stairs, and fence are all very nice. They're all pretty much the exact same, and I also really like them. But how do you get these new blocks in the game, you might be asking? Well, quite simply put, what you have to do is, if we go into game mode survival here, all you have to do is basically, wherever there's a creaking, obviously he's going to stare at me and he's going to chase after me, but basically wherever there's a creaking, all you have to do is just beat him up before you break the creaking heart. And what that'll do is that will spawn resin clumps around the creaking heart that you can then harvest and smelt into resin bricks. New animations have also been added for the creaking as well, updating his run animation, his attack animation, as well as his death animation, which is actually very interesting. Before, when you would break the creaking heart block, he would just, evaporate into existence. But now, he shudders a little bit, his eyes blink and flash a little, and he disintegrates. So, now, you defeated the creaking, you got the creaking heart, and now you have the remains. You can actually harvest these with one simple click, and you can get resin clumps. You can then take said resin clumps, put them into a furnace with some smeltable materials. I just happen to have those because, I was building the set with them. And you can get resin bricks. Now, resin bricks and the resin brick variant recipes are exactly the same as they are with normal bricks in terms of how you craft them. You can put 4 bricks if you craft them together in a crafting table, and then put them into a stone cutter and get different variants like that. Unless you want to do it old school, then you can just craft manually. Let's say we get some chiseled resin bricks, then we can, maybe place them down like this. Maybe we have a little bit of resin brick wall, get some of that stuff going. Maybe we go a little up, and then we can maybe throw some, get some stairs there and throw a slab right there. It can make something a little bit interesting, like an archway. Another thing resin can be used for is in armor trim making. You want to make yourself a very snazzy set of orange trimmed netherite armor? Now you can. Looking very formal, looking very dashing, and looking very snazzy. Now, as of the other thing, maybe we get some new flowers. There are flowers in gardens. The Blossum Flower, which is a brand new flower exclusive to the Pale Garden and is used primarily to craft both orange dye as well as gray dye. Now, what do I mean by both orange and gray dye? Well, you see, when you find these flowers during the day, you can actually pick them up and they will be closed. You can then craft gray dye. But if it's nighttime, what'll happen is all of the flowers will eventually start to bloom, giving off these very interesting emissive textures. If you look at the eyes of the creaking, God, I love that walk animation. If you look at the eyes of the creaking, you'll see that they are 3 blocks wide by 1 block tall. And if you look at the tops of the flower, they are also 3 by 1 block tall. So if we take this flower and we put it roughly at eye level, you can see that it resembles a creaking eye. And the reason that they did this was to sort of psych people out in terms of if they need to worry about the position they're in inside of the Pale Garden. So obviously right here, looking at these flowers, they're obviously flowers. But if we say, let's go like a little bit far back. Let's say we didn't know that there were flowers here just in general, and we were just running along la-di-da, and we saw something like an emissive orange glow in the corner of our screen, then we would freak out and be like, whoa, there's something I gotta worry about over there? Am I getting hunted? You know what I mean? Hey Phil, how you doing? And when the eye blossoms are open, you can then put them into your inventory crafting and craft them into orange dye. So you can get both orange and gray dye. I think it's the first flower you can craft into multiple different dyes, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all the socials linked down in the description below, and I will see you all later. Bye!